Hello and welcome. Like pause there. Don't know what happened there, but something happened. Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus. You can call me Triggles. And something slightly different to very start with. It's more just very quickly. We'll be playing Angels in a bit, but I just want to. I actually posted about this on my. I think the camera's in the right position. Hang on a second. Just do an adjust. That looks better. Yeah. So basically, I posted about this on my community wall on my YouTube. I didn't highlight it in my Friday Facts video, which I always do on a Friday, running through the latest Factorio Friday Facts. And yes, so this is one of the images from the Friday Facts. The Friday Facts this week was about the well, it was about several things, but putting rotation into the game properly, because I hadn't realised it wasn't done properly. They sort of cheated it. It confused the heck out of me. And I cut a massive amount out of the recording because I was sat there going, what's going on there? And why doesn't that work? And what are they talking about? And it was literally just an exercise in not understanding and working it out. But anyway, the point was that during the, read through and look at, I kind of spotted this, which I've done got a separate one here, blow up. Let's just make sure I've not chopped that off with my own head. No, it looks like you can see that. It's right above me. There. It's a shadow. This image is showing the four new rotations of the... unfortunately, I've whacked my microphone, and I think I might have loosened the screws because it's falling down. We're doing well. We're doing well. But yes, this shows the four rotations that are in the game. Although, as the post makes out, it's only sort of two really, because the others are not rotations, flips. So this is now flipping, and it's a brilliant new addition to the game that's coming with version 2.0, which will be the ability to flip entities properly. And by that I mean particularly fluids, for example. So you notice here this is now heavy oil on the right, where it used to be on the left, and petroleum on the left, on the left, where it used to be on the right. So proper flipping, which will let you do all sorts of lovely new builds. They give this example here, which I've just been crying out for ages. I'm really looking forward to this improvement. But that's not the point. The point is this shadow at the top here. Now, one of the things the blog does, I'm not that familiar with SpaceX, but it makes the point about this beast here, the Deep Space Manufactory thing, I think it's called, Space Manufactory. So this could simply be when the dev was taking screenshots to do the blog post, they'd left something in from SpaceX. I don't really know what's in SpaceX. So this could be a shadow from some building in SpaceX that just accidentally got left on the side. However, I'm not entirely sure about that. What is weird is that the projection of this is strange from and I say this is why it could be a SpaceX mod, could be another mod, could be something else, could be something in the game already. I do not recognise it, but it could be. But this thing here, which looks, if you think about it, like almost like a flamethrower or something like that on its side. Or maybe a radar tower or something like that. But if you look at the shadows, basically the point is that they're done, there's like a fixed position for the sun in Nauvis, and it's sort of, I guess, like up here, if you see what I mean. So the shadows always kind of go in this direction. No matter what time of day it is, they don't rotate round or anything. But therefore, if that is always, if that's a vertical thing and that's the shadow of it at that angle, that's this one here, that one there is a vertical, thing, and that's the shadow of it. Then what's that a shadow of? Because it would have to be something that's pointing forward or pointing backwards. I can't do the translation in my head. I think it would be pointing backwards. It's like a leaning back type of thing, and then the shadow therefore ends up like that. But this shadow kind of doesn't make sense in the context of the normal things. Now, yeah, I don't know if there's watching now, but I say I'm not familiar with SpaceX, and there's loads of mods that had loads of buildings, so this could be something from that. But it was just interesting that it's sort of tucked on the side there, and it doesn't. I mean, it's definitely not, you know, a chemical plant, an oil refinery, and it's not a chemical plant. It's not an assembler. It's not manufacturer. This blog generally was about as well was about combinators. It's clearly not a combinator, shadow of a combinator, or anything like that. So what is that? That's the question, basically. If you have any ideas, then there's a blog post, I say, on my website, on the YouTube, you know, the community post wall. I'd love if you could go and make some suggestions there. My suspicion is it's some kind of new chemical building because it's being kind of teased in this. As I say, the most likely thing actually is it's from SpaceX, and I just don't know it, sort of thing. But I think it's probably some kind of chemical building or something like that. You know, chemical processing thing. But I mean, the other thing, it could be the foundry, something like that. Could be the shadow of the foundry. But now, can I do this? Where was the foundry introduced? Was it not that one? Do we see the shadow somewhere? Not very clear there, is it? I mean, it's not that shadow, and that's the other new building we know we've got. So we don't really see the foundry with a proper shadow, so maybe it's something at the foundry. But this looks, do you see what I mean? This looks really chunky, and I don't see where it would have spiky, pointy bits coming out of that. Like that has. Because it feels more sort of, I say it looks more like it would be a flamethrower or something like that. So yeah, so that was just what I wanted to start with, really. Just that I'd observed it as I was, you know, doing it through. And then the point I made on the blog post was that what tends to happen with the read-throughs is, I don't know about rushing them because I blather on for hours and hours and hours, as anyone who's seen one will be familiar with. But there's not a lot of time to just sit there and think about stuff because I've got to get it done. And not just from a, oh, I've got to get the views type of point of view, but literally just, you know, I have to do them on the Friday afternoon or they're not going to get done. Friday evening as well. So that it tends to be a bit of a race against time. And I mean, I have done them, you know, right up to midnight, the bigger ones. It's very loud for me. I don't know if that's loud. I think it's loud on the audio, but cool. Yes, so angels. And why is that so high up? I knew there was something weird going. Cool. Anybody think I've been working all day? Right, so the job today is we need Crotinnium. And I don't think that's how you spell it, is it? It's N. We need Crotinnium so that we can make these blue catalysts. I mean, we need Stereotyte as well. So we might set up a little production area maybe for these that are separate, that brings in the old Stereotyte and Crotinnium. But we also, I mean, we then need to build the metal catalyst carriers. I don't know how you build them. Presumably just in a building. There are a bunch of catalysts, you see, and they use different ores basically. So what I was thinking is maybe we could set up a little catalyst production area, just a little one. It would probably, but we've only got one Crotinnium patch basically, so that's literally just iron plate, so that would be relatively easy to do. But also, you know, we can make it out of some of these ores, so we could bring the ores in, or, you know, belt them in or whatever, don't have to train it, and basically make the various catalysts and sort of bring those in. The other option would be to make them in the hub, this hub area here. The hub is connected to this, so that would make a lot of sense. So another option, as I say, is to sort of bring the ores in, basically. What do I want to do? I don't know. What have we got in the locale, basically? What have we got nearby? That's coal. We've got sapphirite and givolite. Stereotyte there. Have we got any other? So sapphirite. As it's annoying having just this one Crotinnium thing. I'm tempted to drive down there and see if there's anything else there. Stereotype. So we've got lots of patches of everything, so we could more Jivalite. Could bring it in. It's just the Crotinnium that we're lacking. So say I'm sort of wondering maybe, you know, we sort of do a little mini rail thing to here. Because this would be a very convenient area to mine. So we could literally just have a train that brings up the stuff. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe it brings the Crotinnium down. I don't know how you mine this. I don't know whether there's any, you know, does it need sulfuric acid or something like that. But we're going to make that stuff. And that will then allow us to use that on the ethylene gas to make this polyethylene liquid, which is what we can process here. The question I just have very quickly, nothing seems to have stopped. Oh, I did do a bit of work between the streams, not a lot. One of the things was setting up the old inventory, which I don't think I'd done before last time, which is one of the reasons I'm so lazy with it, because there's, particularly on mods like this, there's just tons of stuff. And, you know, I've upgraded a few buildings as it's chugged through them. This is improved ever so slightly. You know, we've got, it's not backed up in the pike, but if I take the speed modules out, it will be. So, you know, we're sort of at the capacity for this little production area. Because this is the other option. I'm wondering actually if maybe I build a proper plastic production area. Part of the problem I've got, I don't really know what these catalysts are all used for. So maybe we look that up. So let's have a look at catalysts. So we've got 3. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I can produce one of those, can I? So that's Crotinnium and Jivalite. So this is used in, you know, some recipes. I'm sure the others are. It's kind of the point. So I don't think I can make that one, so I might be missing a reset something. And there you go, you're making... I think it's mostly related to gases, I think, is the idea. You know, you've got all sorts of really complicated chemistry going on. Yeah, more gas-related stuff. Because the advantage, if I do build a, you know, catalyst-producing area, I can both bring it in here and take it somewhere else if I want to make a separate production thing. And what was this one used in? I didn't look at that today. Phenol, and so it's not used in a lot, is it? Yeah, I quite like the idea of doing that. What would that take? First, we'd need to find the car. Always a challenge. All the way over there. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's red circuits it's starting for. So in the manufacturing hub. And so we've got a double whammy of, yeah, so very few red circuit machines. It's not really a proper build, but then the few that there are only able to make a few red circuits before using up all the plastic. And plastic is also obviously meant to be being used over here, but just kind of isn't. How full is that? Oh, we're not doing too bad. Yes, car. So yes, let's run down, or, you know, drive down there. Make sure we've got some... Have I got solid fuel? I don't think I am making any solid fuel, am I? Have I even done the research? I have. Ah, request already exists. Where the heck is that? Got to be down here somewhere, isn't it? Alright, so, yeah, no, we are not making solid fuel. What would it take to make it in this mod. What does that look like? Coke and methane, naphtha and coke, coke and fuel oil, or hydrazine. Wow. So we might be better off using that naphtha because the naphtha. Let's not bother with it now, but the naphtha is the gas I'm using here, I think. Yeah, that's naphtha, you see. So maybe we could have a little solid fuel production thing on the end there. I've said that and I'll completely forget. Right. Through. Just a quick road trip to... oh. I thought you had 70 odd. Oh, I took them out, didn't I? Because I am a genius. Okay, so let's nip over to the Crotinnium first. Because we've got this, like, whatever it's called, thermal water or something? Hot water or something like that? I can't remember what it's called. We don't appear to have had any use for that, so I don't know if that comes into the whole cracking thing. Right, so this is Crotinnium. And what does it take to mine this? Ah, so it gives you copper. Okay. But it don't require anything. That takes hydrochloric acid, but the regular stuff is free and easy. Very slow to mine though, 250%. Okay. So that's cool. So that's not going to require any particularly difficult builds. Can I get through here? I can if I crash into the trees. Okay. I didn't know whether to say about it in the Friday Face. I try and keep them very, very positive and, you know, exciting because I am excited about version 2 and Space Age. But it feels like we're being padded a little bit at the moment. The quality of life features they've brought in are great, you know, and really, really nice, and a lot of them are actually really focused on the end game. I think they're sort of, particularly because there's been a lot for like circuit networks and logic and stuff like that, and I think that's because of the complexity of managing, you know, the interstellar system. Because what's that? That's Crotinnium as well. Okay. And that was Stereotype. I've gone a bit off piece there, but that's fine. So yeah, I'm wondering if they've sort of, you know, in playthroughs, they've sort of been going, and there's Giverlite. Have we got any, whatever the other one is, in close proximity? Yeah, I wonder if they've done playthroughs and goes, well, it'd be, you know, the game needs some more improvements for, or, you know, boosts or whatever you want to describe it as, for logic to make this sort of more viable, really. Particularly for higher level, you know, circuit network users, but managing it with the current tools would be, you know, more difficult. Guessing a little bit there because I would not consider myself to be one of those. And so that's kind of what they've been introducing. They've been adding lots of features there because they're needed, rather than just being, you know, they get to you know, promote them, you know, and talk about them as, you know, they're great for everyone sort of thing. And vanilla playthrough and version 2 and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I suspect they're probably needed for the, you know, for the expansion. But say, we've not had a lot of detail actually about Space Age at all. When you really think about it, you know, we've had a lot of teasers, and to some extent, I don't want them to tell us stuff. I want to discover it. I want to find the things. But I at least thought we'd get to you know, some kind of confirmation that, you know, what tungsten is used for, or that it's at least used in the big mining drill. So we have a perfect area here, don't we, to make the things. I think. Because we've got sapphirite, stirotite, Crotinnium, and givelite. Let's have a look, see at what's going on here. It's a bit out of the way. So what we could do is bring it a bit closer, but you know, sort of just mine the ore and bring the ore over. So what's that? Is that just coal? It's coal. Let's just have a little sneaky cheeky. What's around here? What's that? So that is sapphirite. So what's going on here? That's the question. Yes, so it has felt a little bit like you know, we've been not getting stuff. I think that if it is sort of the case, you know, I don't think it's deliberate, really, but I think it's probably more a reflection of it being Christmas rather than, you know, any other sort of problems or anything like that. But I grow increasingly convinced that we're not going to see the expansion this year. It just seems, I don't know. You know, they're still adding features, you know. Adding mechanics and features, so, yeah. I mean, yeah, from my point of view, to some extent, take all the time in the world, but... Right, so that's probably our playing area, as it were. So we do have plenty of sapphirite down there, as well as there. Plenty of givelite. Not so much stirotite. We have got Crotinnium. So we have a look and see what's going on with that little miniature bit there. Where can I get through? Not down there. Maybe it. Squeeze through there. Where am I going to get to that bit? If we go through the little gap in the cliff here, maybe? Okay. So, what we got up here? What does this do? Turns into a big forest. Oh, I did also max out the power. We were having power problems, so I stuck in a load of... Alright, so this is a lake rather than a ledge of a peninsula. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're having power problems, so, you know, the base is busy expanding the power, so we don't really need to add anything to it. Yeah, there's nothing immediately available here, is there? Okay. What do we do then? We could go and get a whole load of rail and drains and all that sort of stuff. I could remember to add on, yeah, solid fuel thing. And then I think we come back with all sorts of stuff and build a little catalyst factory. Probably need lots of ammo as well. Maybe if I just sort of put that in there. There. Can we go up here? Isn't there a gap at the... I keep seeing this and thinking it's a Christmas tree. Okay. I think that's a plan. So we will oops, crash into a rock. as you do. I probably then need to reduce all of these chemical things, don't I? Because I think the catalyst... Because the advantage, because one of the reasons I'm keen on this is, you know, we've got to make some iron. There's that. But it looks like all the catalysts are just... in fact, let's search one here. Is there one I can't do then? There is, the yellow one. Why can't I do the yellow one? Well, you see, that's just ore and ore. Ore and ore. Ore and ore. Plus them, which is just a bit of iron. So... this one here... What research does that need? Advanced Chemistry 5. Wowza. What catalyst carry? Yeah, it's just ore again. So this is just a perfect ore area, I think. So what would be advanced chemical? So I haven't actually done Advanced Chemistry 4. But it's purple. Oh no, purple's still a problem, though, isn't it? Without plastic. Okay, no worries then. Yeah, I'll need to rearrange my logistics requests and all that sort of stuff. Now, those regrets I did. Let's put one in there. Right, so I don't really need electrolyzers. Because you know what we're going to be doing? You know, I mean, we need to do a bit of iron production, as I say, so we need sort of furnace-y type things. But I think I might come back to that. I could always train it over as well. So if I'm going to have a train coming in here, so get rid of all of those. Because it is just the ore, isn't it? So this plate take a lot of, if I've got a lot of... I thought I'd laid these out sensibly, but it appears not. Have I not? There they are. I know how many I've got. On the way, 200. Okay, so that's as many as I've got. I will stick that up to 1,000 for now. I might as well sort of shift towards red belt, I guess. That. Need a lot of power poles. This is where the whole, you know, having logistics, you know, groups comes in, because you can just set the right. I'm going to go and build mines now, so you just set the group to be there. Do I need tanks? I don't need tanks, do I? But we do need locomotives. Should we go? If we're going with. So we've got Crotinnium, Givelite. We'll train them over. Givelite, Stereotype. We've got 4 ores, and then the actual catalysts. I don't know how many of those there are. Oh yeah, we also got the vehicle stuff. And that pestilence, I don't know what that's for. Would they be under petrochemical? You'd think so, wouldn't you? There we go. What was I looking for? No, there's nothing fluidy about them at all. So let's see if we can't get rid of tanks. But yeah, it's going to be 5 trains, so we need 10 of them, I think. And then it would be. Well, how much do we want? Do we want to do? Let's just get 20, because what the heck? We don't need tanks. I should probably boost that if I'm going to have to clear some biters. Maybe I stick it in the car. So we've got tons. We do have a yellow belt, which we don't really want. Or if I only got... Oh, let's bring them. Just being lazy again. These dang bots. We'll bring in that. Let's put the rail in there as well. Belt. I wondered if it was dumb getting rid of that belt. Because we're bound to run out. No, other way around. I'm a complete idiot. Why don't I just do that? Do that. That wasn't high enough. Do that. That. Them. Back to 200. Okay. No, I was going to look at fluid stuff, wasn't I? Because we don't really need it. So let's pop that down to 100. Should I take the crushers? Let's just grab. It's got 6 of those. I don't think I've got any of them. No. So maybe we look at that. Flotation cell. I can't remember what the best one I've got is. Don't know. Mushroom plants. Salination. Let's just assume I can make something out of that. Inserters would be the other thing if we're doing a bit of iron production. Oh, we've got plenty, I would have thought. But we need them for the trains, don't we? So we need lots of boxes, lots of stack inserters, lots of fast inserters. How are we doing? It's a lot of rail, but probably enough. I'm going to... Oops, no, I'm not. I'm going to put those away. And then cancel the order. How many trains have you brought me? 20? I think I might... Yeah, let's put them in there. Pop that back to a couple of hundred. Let's see now. Put you two in. And chop 100 off of that. Oh yeah, those tanks I can get rid of. Let's get rid of them. On the way 10. Better in a slowpoke machine. Got 200 of underground, so I could probably chop that back. Them in there. Oh, signals, I guess. If we're going to build lots of track. Well, probably want more of them. We have assemblers to make the actual bits and pieces. But I guess we don't know how quick or slow they are, so maybe a few more of them would not hurt. Let's put them away. Do I need? I probably do need more big electrics as well, don't I? Do I chop that back down? On the way 477, wowza. on the way 88. Well, in that case, not really a lot of point doing that if we've only got that many steel chests. Let's do that. Okay. How are we doing with the trains? I think these requests were... It says on the way 10. I guess it's probably with a slow one. Right, I did want to have a look and see what's going on here. Yeah, so we're sort of farting out that though. It's not like massively... Are we? Where would that be coming from? Oh, it's because I was wondering why there was plastic in those, but it's because it's, you know, going the other way in the pipe. Where is this naphtha going then? I guess it's just the weirdness of fluid mechanics that it's sloshing back and forth. Yeah, it did flicker on then, I think. Yeah, so we will go and make that, I think. Nice to have some solid fuel. Solid fuel for a solid person. Right. I think they've brought as much as we're going to get, really. Yeah, it's probably just a few slow ones that are trapped. You know, what are you doing, for example? No, you're moving bricks about. Is that for me? Thank you. Yeah, that'll do. It's been really cold in the UK. We've had a bit of a cold snap. And I'm not sure that sometimes comes through that. But there's a bloke and he's got one of these. He's basically not got an exhaust on his car, so when he drives around, it does the whole screaming loud thing, like he thinks he's driving some, you know, muscle car or something. But he's obviously so tough that, you know, he couldn't go out when it was cold. So now that it's warmed up about, you know, he's driving around, you know, disturbing everybody. Like some big tough guy. Right, so we'll put it maybe here. And we'll do that. And we will ask it if we can to make solid fuel. No, it can't. Okay, is it done in a chemical plant? Because I ain't got none of them. Oh, I've got advanced ones. That's lucky. Why have I got gas refineries and stuff? Wow. It's a big lad. Oh, what's it made in then? Unless I've not done the research. A regular chemical plant, not an advanced one. Oops. Okay. Can I make one? Chemical plant 2, chemical plant 3. I can. But we'll have to make sure that that's on that, otherwise it will stick it straight in the debris. And yes, you can. So we'll do that. Oh no, it needs coke. That's annoying. I thought me. Really? It always needs coke. Apart from if you're doing it with hydrogen. That's annoying. So coke can be made from coal. Or a furnace. We need crushed coal for any of them. Okay. So furnace. Can I build a furnace? Because we've got the crushers. Can we just do a bit of a, you know, jury rig together? Classic style. Yes, we can. I bet they're not on my... Let's just grab it out there. So, if we do that, then you need crushed coal, don't you? So you need a crusher. Okay. Is this all in the logistics now? I don't think we are. No. So we need some logistics. Then we need a requester. So this can bring us coal. I think I also set up like a burner, you know, to dispose of the wood, because I realised I was getting so much wood, as it were. So that would crush that. That then goes in there. That then goes in there. Is that needed? I'm going to just pop a couple in. It's quick, the crusher, you see, but I don't think this is quick. No, so we could do with a regular. And then we want storage chest, output point, filter, limit. Oh, I didn't put the request in. And they're coming to collect all those things I trashed. Right. So that's that done. So we'll have some solid fuel. Some spare naphtha. And now let's go and... I guess I should just check. This is made in a... you know, an assembler, isn't it? Yeah. Just out by the plate. Okay. Right, let us go. And build ourselves a little catalyst factory. With all this lovely Crotinnium. Cars there. Okay. Actually, it's just for that. Might be worth just having a look, see on the old as well. Have we improved? We're sort of sneaking up, aren't we? But we're not. We're still burning coal, and satisfaction's just plummeted. Still not really coping. Why not? I guess this is just... Yeah, what you're waiting on copper? Why have you not got any copper? Oh no, steel. It's waiting on steel. Why is it waiting on steel? I bet that's robbed all the steel. Oh yeah, there's not a lot of steel production going on. I should upgrade these really, shouldn't I? I think I've got level 2s and everything. I guess a big part of it is that this is now, you know... Why are these not doing anything? Oh. Oh. Sulfur. Sulfur. Ship your hand sulfur here as well. Okay. Oh, there's a really big use for sulfur. Like somebody needs sulfuric acid by the bucket load. I mean, part of the problem there, of course, is we're not doing science, basically. We ain't doing no science. So there's no, you know, the sulphur's not getting used up there. So, where are we headed? You just stick it in the middle there. What the heck is? So I'm thinking that, what am I thinking? I'm thinking maybe the out point is there, and I can have sort of the in points here. Or I can literally just belt that one over and then replace it with a train if we ever get to that point, for example. So we probably need to take these guys out, I think. Yeah. Oh, we've got some medium ones, okay. I mean, we are quite far away from the starting point, so that's not necessarily surprising. Where's my turrets going? Yeah, so... all good? Did I ever build myself a proper... I got a power armor. We could do lasers as well then, couldn't we? And shields and that. Yeah, and the return of pink goo. Not a fan. Right. So sneak this in here. Okay. Oh, good. Lost a bomb. Might need to do that other one, but yeah, on there. Let's leave it for now. Yeah, where are we saying the exit station would be? So I think I'm going to connect it there, and then I can, you know, take it up to the main base or a separate base with no problems. Yeah, okay. So let's turn you off for now, and then what would this be? This would be a load station, wouldn't it? Is here maybe? So I think. I'm not actually anticipating it, but it'll mostly be train stations, I think. Yeah, I think we'll pop it something there maybe. I do that, but then really what I need to do is kind of match it up with my main system. And it'd be the other way around anyway. Well, in fact that's a point. What sort of... I guess it needs to connect in the middle there. Because we need to do it the other way around, really. Let's take some of these vegetation. Oops. Hopefully put it here somewhere. On the corpses of my enemies. Usually the best place to build things. Right. Oops, my friend I do multiplayer with suggested doing Warpatorio rather than, you know, because I was saying about potentially doing SpaceX, but that it's like 500 hours long and I don't know how the heck I'd fit it in. Although I say if its expansion is delayed, it's probably not as much of a problem. But yeah, suggested Warpatorio. I didn't really know anything about it. Sounds quite interesting. Sort of like a roguelike version of Factorio. Which sounded quite an interesting idea. Where's the diagonal? Have we got a diagonal branch? I don't know that I have, because I think the idea was to always do straight... Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Do straight branches. And then... Yeah, so we need the regular T-junction. I'm going to guess there. Usually then to curve it down. And we want this like this. Is that going to work? Because it's going to go down there like that. It's going to go straight through those guys. If I was to move it one down, it would kind of fit past them, but maybe perilously close. So instead of there, I do it there maybe? So gives plenty of room between the tracks, but then you see we're so close to them. Am I going to accidentally run them over? Let's risk it for a biscuit. I can never remember which ones of these need to be. Dubris. And I know that becomes wrong, doesn't it? Right, so let's do that. Put that one in first. And pop that one on top. Okay, so we're going to need to make this. Oh! Whoops. I assumed that was all ghost, and actually it was not ghost. I don't know that I've only got a couple hundred track because I'm an idiot and I forgot to bring rail with me, but there you go. Done. Bots in and do connecty bits. All good. Yeah, so I've only got 8 bits of rail, but we don't need rail to do blueprinting. We can just run down the track. In fact, drive down the track. It's probably better. Popping it in as we go. They're definitely going to get run over at some point, aren't they? Yeah. It's literally 1 week before I technically join my new department, my new job. I say technically because I don't see how I'm going to escape from my current job for at least a month, maybe. And even then, that's just, you know, getting to the point where I'm only doing it half time, sort of thing. Because the big problem that doesn't get solved is that what I'm trying to do is impossible for one person, and it's only one person that's joining. I mean, it isn't, it's 2, but the second one isn't for 2 weeks. I think. So you're going to end up with 2 people trying to come up to speed, you know, on what the company is, what the job is, what they need to do, all of that stuff. And meanwhile, the project is in its most important, you know, starting phase, basically. So I don't see how anyone else can do it, really. So I've sort of got the choice, basically, of do I just abandon this person to their fate, which is an awful lot like what happened to me, and why I ended up hating it. Cool, so this is our rail track. Spur, basically. I can turn that off, can't I? To sort of catalyst factory. I think. I don't know, it's one of my sort of problems, I guess. It's not quite the right word, but I'm sort of, it's a, you know, like a level of conscientiousness, if you see what I mean. We're going to need a bunch of stops, don't we? I didn't order them up. You know, dumping someone in this sort of situation is just not me, you know. But equally, I do not want to do any more of this. I'm so fed up with it. And it's the company that's created this problem. It's not me, you know. It's like, why am I suffering it again? Right, so. Always has plebs on the bottom. Take the brunt of everything. Mugs like me that accept it. Oh, it's a lot of tree. That's a lot of tree. probably get the bots to do the power things. I think I'm not sufficiently quick with the legs that would be okay. Would we? It's all a bit confusing for them as well as me. Should have done them both as I was going up. Have we got any breaks in the power line? Have I missed any? That's the most important bit. Nearly lost a part. Oh, we do get like a level 2 bot or something, because they get a bit annoying, the bots. How little charge they can carry. Bada, 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 bada. I caved in when I was doing the shopping this weekend because I absolutely adore something called a hot cross bun. I don't know. I think they have them in Europe in certain countries, but it's a particular type of spiced, sort of sweet bun. And it has like a cross on it because it's an Easter thing. And absolutely adore it. It's one of so I have a very sweet tooth, as you can tell from the size of me. And I love chocolate and I love sweets and that sort of thing, but actually, if you were to say to me, you could only live on like pastries and bread goods from now on, that that'd make me properly happy, sort of thing. Yeah, I guess I don't like go off them, but you sort of run out of the ability to eat sweets, I find. Eventually, you sort of have to have something savoury or what have you, and but bread, bread type products, I could just give me that and I'm happy, I'll say a hot cross bun, it's just the pinnacle for me, really. And they appeared in the shops literally. I mean, there were hot cross buns and Easter eggs. Not a big display, but a display of Easter eggs. The first shopping trip I did after Christmas, so between Christmas and New Year, there were some hot cross buns and things. I mean, you can get hot cross buns all day, all year. They just make them, but Easter eggs were in the shops between Christmas and New Year. And I love them, but it's silly, isn't it? It's like, give it a rest, guys. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something. I think it's chests and inserts and stuff like that, isn't it? Because I better set up this train and kind of work out what I'm doing with it, because we've got... Do I do... I think it's going to be a carriage of catalysts. Because what I'm sort of wondering is, do the catalysts actually get used up and this is going to be a bit pointless? You know, as in the... But you get the frames back, maybe. And so really what I should be doing is bringing frames back down here. Where are they used? They're used in some recipe here, aren't they? So these... what are they used in? If knees need... on there. Usage. Yeah, so you get the carriers back. So it uses up the catalyst, but you get the carriers back. So, how many catalysts do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Because that suggests that actually... Where are the train carriages? Have I not got any train carriages? I thought I picked some up. No, I didn't. Okay. Actually... In fact, are there any in there? Oh yes, loads in there. Okay. Actually... Well, we don't have to, I guess, because what we could do... Because we could do a carriage per catalyst. So, you know, red, blue, green, yellow. Obviously we can't make the yellow ones at the moment, but it's irrelevant. But what I could do instead is half carriage them. So this could be your blues and your greens maybe, I don't know how we make them. In fact, the actual catalysts could all be in here, couldn't they? It's going to work because the train's going to go... I think it should be fine. And then there's the one we don't have. And then what we put in here is this stuff. So we only make them, you know, if we've not got enough. I think that'll work. Is there coal over it? Yeah, there is coal over it. So we could fuel the train as well. Cool. Okay. So then, working it backwards, we need this to be dropping off. This needs to be filter inserters then, doesn't it? Which I've got on 0. Let's make a bunch of them. And we got 4 of them. So I guess if we deliver them right, then we don't need filters there. But don't really care how many get dropped off there, do we? So this would then, whoops, this would then be diddly diddly bob. Whoops, what happened there? This would be, no, petrochemical, there we go. This would be, say, maybe that's the yellow one actually. It's on the end and we don't have it. And that's the red one. That's the green. In fact, I don't need to bother with filter inserters there because we'll just make sure it's what it is when it, you know, drops them off. So we need to drop off, you know, blue, red, green, or what have you to the right box. Yeah. And then this is our return. In which case, maybe do we want to do a fancier version? Like that. Or even maybe like that. Make it a bit more even. What do I fishes in this? I haven't really done this filtering before. On this. Okay, fish. Wait, was that? Yeah. Okay. So that'll be our return line. We're going to need some sort of train refueling. Let's just put a wooden box there for now. So we don't forget that. And this is going to be cat load. Load of cats. Okay. Happy with that in theory. Now, let us find a nice place to do a factoring. Yeah, this will do. And what do those actually look like? How do we build them? To make... They're under petrocooker chemical. I don't know why I keep struggling to remember. But to make the blue ones, you need Crotinnium and Stereotyte and the metal catalyst. Okay. How long do they take to make? 2 seconds. To get 10. Oh, wow. Okay. So if that's 5 a second, we don't really need that many to fill a belt, do we? And is it literally one... So it only needs one metal carrier every 2 seconds. Oh no, 10 a second. Okay, so it needs loads of them. But it only needs one ore. Okay, so maybe we can use my sort of standard type array. So what does that look like as a... in terms of... Should we just do it in terms of yellow belt? This RB. So, oh well, that is 2 red. That is a red belt's worth of stuff. With the entire red belt of metal carriers coming in. That's a lot. So we did do that. Might struggle a bit to feed it. But we only need 0.1 and 0.1 for the other one, so that can be a half belt. So I guess then just do... Wait, where's the output going? Well, what could do? I don't know if... Would that work? So if, I'm just wondering if I can arrange them such that... Oops. I can't remember what the other one is though. What's this? So that's Crotinnium and Giverlite. That's Crotinnium and Stereotyte. Let's use these. Feels like we'll be able to arrange these so that we can have one belt on either side, but I think it's also probably a bit of a wild dream. So if that is Stereotyte, where are the ores anyway? Oops! Stereotyte also in there. And then if this is that one, then that also needs Stereotyte, and it needs what? Sapphirite, which is that one. And then this one can be that one. No, we've got that one. Green one, which is Sapphirite. That one. And Giverlite. Right? Yeah, Duvalite. Right, yeah. And then this one is Duvalite and Crotinnium. So we could arrange them like that in rows, and it's only that one that's going to be sort of doubled up. Does that make sense? So, in other words, if we have the Duvalite so coming in there, Crotinnium there, rather, and we need to do the catalysts as well, don't we? So if that was one ore, that was the other ore. This is the, what should I call it? Belt things. Then, not belt things, the the carriers. They can go like that. Oops. And then output for this one is there. And then this gives this. So that's its other ore. It's got access to that. And that's its output. Probably if I move it, should I put you on? So you kind of have, because the ore's like the slow moving one basically, or minimum, not actually required one. So if I have this arrangement here, each time. Yeah, so that's always the ore coming in. With the long-handed, which we don't need very much. Oops. Oops, around. And then oops. We do want another one of those. We also then got a bunch of machines that we can't set the recipe on. They will be the same. That, and that's relevant. Run out of fast build. Run out of fast build. Right. Now we need to work out. I mean, can we? Couldn't imagine we would be able to prod mod them. Could speed module them, but who is caring? So if that's half a fast belt, we need double that. I mean, what I should really do is think about it in terms of my usual, in out really, because if I wanted to expand this, it would be tricky because of how I'm building it. So really, I guess I need to flip it. rotate it rather, so that it's maybe more like that direction. And maybe we go a bit further up. You're going to have to go, I'm afraid. You gaseous puffer, you! Where did that go? Oh, it is. Oh, gaseous puffer, you! Away. Make a bit of room as well. Don't probably need all of them. Oh, gaseous, your puffer. Right. Then what we can have is the trains will arrive here. I think, I think we'll just mine them, train everything. Maybe the coal arrives, just on the side or something. But then I can basically expand this, if we get to actually catalysts turn out to be the most important thing in the game, we can just keep expanding downwards. Potentially sideways as well. Come on, bots. It's not that complicated. I don't suppose power's sorted itself out, has it? We're still browning out? Yeah. Oh, maybe not, because we've got only a small usage of the steam engine there. I think when it does kick in, that's basically... that's it, as it were. So, unless steel has started happening... This is all short of ore, really. This is the sort of problem. We're not using the... Oh, it looks like maybe we have used some of the sulfur. I don't know. But yeah. We have a catch-22. Has this done a trip? Must have done. Must have done a trip. And it's used it all up. No, that can't be right. Oh, do you know, there's red... Oh, look, there is yellow and purple. Yeah, and a bit of plastic there, so it looks like it has done a trip. I'm a bit lost why that's so slow, if I'm honest. I know this doesn't have military. Oh, because this needs red circuits as well. And why is it not getting any? We've got... What's the error there? That one there. There's no error. It's just literally it's getting a couple of red circuits. Why aren't you... It doesn't need red circuits though, does it? Because it's military. Why is there no military in there? Because that's not made any ammo. Why not? No steel. No steel. Yeah, what this needs is more ore dropping off. Or, at the very least, need to start, because this isn't plugged in, I don't think, to the infinite ores. Probably do some speeds on it to get it to mine it fairly quick. So yeah, this is more like a ore problem than anything else. I think. Getting distracted, as per that. Yes, so, what we need to do is, rather than... Wait, where is the output? Well, I got this wrong anyway. I don't have an output, do I? Or do I? And I just haven't put the belts on. I think I do. Yes, because one of these is the... Yes, so I just haven't put the belts on. But this is also wrong. It's spaced out wrongly. I think. Yes, because the long-handed are grabbing from the slower belt. Okay. But what we need to do is reverse one of these. So, say that needs to be the... Can I do it that way around? No, that'll be the... there. And that'll be the output. And then it would therefore be this one. This one. That's not very... No, it's fine, I think. And so this is actually the output. Is the point? Oh, hang on. Got the wrong gap in there as well. Yeah, and then this is the input of the... So actually going to need to make quite a lot of the old blank catalyst things. Because these are the inputs, and then these are the outputs. So it's like that, isn't it? Just like that. Okay, so we're going to have some sort of manufactory somewhere making the actual catalysts. I volunteer that to be done over here. And we're going to need to make 4 belts worth, so we're actually going to need a bonkers amount of iron until the point we've made them all, and then it just recycles them. So we really need them to be produced fast, we just need it to continuously chug away, really. Okay, and then what we need here is whatever ores we've got. So we need that one to be that one, that one to be that one, then that one to be that one, and that one to be that one, and that one to be that one. Okay. We therefore need 4 stations to do that. Let's give ourselves plenty of room. But we don't need these to be... Or do we? We don't need them to be 4 train monsters, but if I'm thinking that maybe... We also said this, some of that up to the other iron foundries. One of the things with that, I mean, I could send more in because we've got, you know, the shortfall. There are other patches around here, so if we're feeding this with sapphirite, you know, the sapphirite there, so we just belt it over because it's right next to it. This one, it doesn't need it because it's, you know, oh, there's Crotinnium there. Yeah, but yeah, the stereotypes, you know, still pretty. Oh no, it isn't really, is it? I suppose it could be used up. But yeah. No, I didn't have a second one there, did I? Nearby. But anyway, good, we could grab that one, you know, rather than use these ones. It's a hell of a long way to send a train. But I guess ultimately maybe we'd be using more trains here. Feels a bit like getting into the territory of building a very much bigger base. So if we, let's think it through. So maybe there would be, you know, a loading station sort of, you know, one there maybe, one there maybe, one there, whatever works. And then we need to take a branch here, therefore, and have, you know, so a row of, yeah, these aren't rightly placed. Oh, stop, stop, what, stop. Wherever they end up being. And then we can end up with one there, and or two there even, those two. Yeah, okay, so let's work out where that would actually be in relation to our actual line. Needs to be above that. So let's go and let's wander over there. So if this was roughly where it needed to be. Make her a T-junction-ish. That would be roughly there-ish, maybe. So you want it interacting with that, basically. So maybe the next one up. Okay, so let's wander over there. So probably be that one. I'll just do a whole lot of undos. So it looks like I've undone the logistics things. That's fine. Was it this one or that other one? Right, brilliant. There we go. Then. Let the bots put that one in. I forgot to bring track because I am a genius. Well, I guess we don't need it for the time being because get the bots to fill it in. So a row's going to end up being there. Okay. I love how they all just sort of pause. There's a nice little... I don't know if it's deliberate or not, but it feels like they're suddenly thinking about it. You see what I mean? So when they're going out to do it, when I do that, they go, oh, what's happened? Can't believe, you know, the code would be taking that too long to look out. Look, you know, work it out. So I assume it's an animation thing, really. Nearly there. Right. So then we need, say, one there, one there, one there, one there. So we probably need another chunk of the old rail. Let's just put one on as well, because we're going to have to come down this way. So we will do these as T-junctions, I think. So let's get rid of the actual signals we've got. Not very optimal, I think, from a train spacing point of view in theory, but then, yeah, we're so far out in the boonies that I don't think we'll be having throughput issues. Oh. Trying to work out. I got really confused, but I'm trying to work out whether the new flipping would allow like you to flip rail, because you can't flip rail at the moment. It won't, because it's not the right sort of translation. It's not the right sort of change. You know, like movement, rotation. But also, you get this thing if you flip the rail, you're changing your system from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. That bit didn't occur to me at the time, but you couldn't flip them anyway. The one that would make some sense to have some logic for is the stations. I can just explain it a bit better here because I actually got them. But the point is, the station, it's always on the right in terms of how it's done. If you see what I mean. So that's on the right-hand side. I mean, it can be that way, it can be there, but that's on the right. It's always the the direction that matters is that one. So that's a right. That makes it a valid station. So if you try and flip it, but or flip it, either way. So if I'm flipping it, what I want is for it to go on that side. Yeah, because that then is consistent with my. That's a rotation effectively. Yeah. So that you want that to be that. If it put it on, if it literally just flipped it as is, it would literally be that again, because it would flip it and put it there, and then it has to put it in relation to its thing, rotate it basically. And that's probably not what you're after. If you're flipping it, you don't actually want the station on the same side. You want it on the opposite side. But yeah, it didn't quite occur to me that properly in the Firefox, but. That was another bit where I cut it all out because I was just sat there for, I don't know, it was about 15 minutes or something trying to work through. Well, does that work? Would it work? No, would it? No, it wouldn't work. Would it work? No, it wouldn't work. So yeah, got rather confused. Yeah, we've run out of them. I don't know if I got any in the car. Let's have a quick look, see. I don't think I grabbed extra of those. I did not. We'll take the rail though. And I guess the boxes. Maybe those. Charger. Oh, don't put the rail in. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, excuse me. So, where I've got them. Yeah, I undid the. What should we call it, shouldn't I? So, this would be. So, you're going to be. That one. First one I got of those, isn't it? So, I might as well do that. Was it? Stereotype mix, isn't it? Yeah. The squiggly one. Then that one. And then that one. Okay. Let's put the rails in. Ah. Helps if you actually take them out of here. Trash. So he's driving around again. Pretty sure he lives in this block of flats. It's like a jag, basically. But just don't get people like that. Why waste your time and energy disturbing other people? Anyway. Okay. Are we going... Oh, I've got one too many in anyway. Are we going this mad with the amount of ore, given it's not all that, you know, heavy volumes? I think actually, if I've got... Have I got like a thingy unload one? I thought we had a fast unload. There we go. So we do something like that maybe. Rather than, yeah. No. Let the bots build on. It does need to be red though. No, it doesn't, does it? At all. Doesn't matter at all. But probably actually, we might as well make them stacky boys. But yeah, these don't have limits on them for some reason. That's problem with the original blueprint. Oh. Or what? Okay, so let's... Did I copy it? Yeah. Let's copy that over. This one probably needs to be slightly different, doesn't it? And if this is where we're going to... Oh, no. Well, it doesn't. I guess... Which one is the one that's... Because that's copper, isn't it? Oh, I can't... Obviously, I can't manufacture... ore. So a bit dummy looking in there. Yeah, so that one becomes copper. So I can either use Givelite or Saphirite. I think Saphirite's a bit more common. So that one, we probably do need to boost up to red belt, so that we can have a one going to production of the catalysts and one going down here. Okay, I'm going to fill in more of the rail. Can we do the full thing? That's right. One of the things I forgot in grabbing the rail is that, you know, when I was asking for the amounts and stuff, it's actually, I think one of the boxes that's got most of the rail in it is actually just an old wooden box. I'm not sure I upgraded it, but might have done. I couldn't remember. So it may have a lot more rail than I thought. We shall see when we go back, because we're going to fill out all this and everything else we need. Might be able to do this bit. Okay, just this little bit. How much rail by? Yeah, you see how we go. Only got 150 left. We can do this. Cool. Might be able to set up. Is it Saphirite here? It is, yeah. So we might be able to set up that, get that rolling. They see me rolling. Okay. I was going to put the trains on as well, wasn't I? I forgot to grab them. Forgot to grab them. Oh no, well, I got 3. Okay. Yeah, we need to get coal as well. In fact, maybe I'll set a coal up as the main train to set up. And then this one. So if I've got a train on here, which I can't do because it's out of we've got 3 carriages. Marvellous. Let's go and get the rail. They're chasing me. Okay. Grab that. We can also grab that and that, which we can't fit in. Put that back. More of that. A bit more of that, in fact. Strip swapsy. Just let everybody recharge. Okay, yeah, that's great. It's always fun. Okay. Like that. So how many rails have I got? I've got 6, so that's 3 trains, isn't it? Because yeah, we need an extra spur for coal down here. So we're going to put that on as well then. Where's my T-junction? There's my T-junction. Gosh. It's on. Station. There's a station. There we go. Missed. How much have we got? 92. Was there any? I should have driven the car over. Got to driven the car over. Not enough rail. There's the car. No rail in the car. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do, because we could smelt the stuff with whatchamacallit, couldn't we? Coal rather than. I just think because if I'm still straining the power system, because it didn't appear to have really added much at all. What are they doing? Adding in 1 or 2 every so often when there's a bit of steel, which appears to be fairly infrequent. Any stations here? Yeah, let's like. Am I making? I don't know if I'm making steel furnaces or not. This original blueprint does have them in. Yes, I am. Okay, we got 50. Yeah, okay. Let's do steel furnaces, just to reduce the old. Electricity demand. Yeah. So I'll just copy this up, I guess. It's probably perfectly functional. And then you can be... unload. 1. Okay. Has me confused. There you go. Yes, so sort of that one. I guess this also needs then... What am I doing with this in actual fact? Am I belting it over? I guess I'll belt it over. Which means I need a balancer. That is, what, 4 to 3? Maybe I should just use a 4 to 4 and we can... Yeah. It's wrong, this balance, however. Book, but it's wrong. Yeah, we can loop that one back. I just think, I guess we probably need several bits of smelting going on, so we might need quite a bit of coal. Say that. You don't need a lot of coal at all to do smelting. But if we use the old... That's in the wrong place, isn't it? Trick. Just grab it on there. Oops. Right. Copper paste. Just grab all of that. There for the time being. It's the wrong piece, I think. Okay, how many trains have I got? I've got 2 I can do, so that could be the Crotinnium and the Stereotype, because they're making catalysts that we know we need. Oh. Somebody math wrong. It was almost certainly me. Yeah, so we would need 2 more, you know, whatchamacallits, but we don't really need, we can just have that be 4. Oh! Thank you very much for the follow. Nancy Reed. Everybody, what's up? Not too bad. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. How are you? Thank you very much for the follows. Very much appreciated. what was I doing? Oh yes, so we need that to be 4, and that would then be 2. Okay. Let's stick a box in. I'm just wondering, maybe I'd go and set up the coal mining or something. Where am I from? I'm from England. Okay. Oops. Right yourself, where are you? Based. Where's me? There we go. How long have I been streaming? Oh, you mean in this particular session? Or just as a general hobby? Well, so both. We're 2 hours into this stream. And about gold. I don't know. When was the pandemic? So, what would that be? 2.5 years? Would it be 3 years? Something like that. If you're trying to sell artwork, then I'm not interested. Just to make you very, very aware. And having had a few people, in fact a lot of people, try to do the same, it's not something I'm interested in, I'm afraid. Right, so we need, I guess, a corner there. Does it want to be straight away? So maybe there. That one. Take it down to there. Again, where would I best put the train? Well, ideally it's going to be somewhere there, isn't it? So maybe the belts will come round. It looks like we're going to have to wipe these guys out. Yeah, okay, let's do it. So, have I got a suitable blueprint? It's got that one with a speed. I'm not really making speed modules, so we'll just edit that blueprint, I think. Right. Round about there. So we're up to there. It's quite a big coal patch, isn't it? Could maybe use that generally. But then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh! Hello, Nesna. Welcome to the chat. I think you followed a little while ago. Videos about the fire effects are very much nice to watch. I hope you keep speculating. So do I. I really enjoy making them. They're good fun to do. It can be a bit difficult when you know, when it's a big one, and because I was saying earlier, I have to do them on the Friday. Otherwise, they basically just wouldn't happen. I wouldn't be able to do them if it sort of overlapped. And when it's a really big one, and there's lots to talk about, and I go off on one of my usual, you know, just flights of fancy. I can end up with like a lot of footage, but I'm getting used. I'm not a very good editor, as you can tell from the videos. I just sort of chop it up, but it takes me ages. But yeah, I really enjoy making the videos, and I'm glad they are entertaining. Let's trim this back a bit. I don't think I've got enough miners, to be honest with you. The live streams are a bit of a different vibe, I would say. They tend to be a bit more... People are sometimes a bit surprised by how sort of calm I am. I mean, I've literally got thousands of hours in this game, and that's not meant as a boast or anything, but I've just played it so much, there's not a lot that surprises me anymore. Why have we got a single missing thing there? What's happened there? Wait, where's the... Yes, the sort of live streams are a bit more of a chill vibe, really. Why did it not put them in? Silly thing. I've actually been contemplating whether to do a vanilla playthrough again, and sort of maybe put it on the channel as videos, because and do it more like a tutorial. Maybe sort of script it a bit. Maybe, I don't know. We do a sort of playthrough and divide it up into proper chunks, and play it through a bit, and then talk about what I've done and all that sort of stuff. Just as a farewell to vanilla, basically. Not vanilla. Farewell to 1.0. Because there's so much coming to version 2 that I don't know that the game's really going to be the same. I think they're all right. Now, how many miners am I short by? I've only got 2 on me. And how many have we got left? Oh, I can't tell with that one, can I? I need that one to be ghosts. Have we got any missing? Yes, so there's one missing somewhere. Where's that one? It's over there. Put that one in, I think. No, we can't. Nope, we are literally short by a wire. Let's build it. Crikey. Okay. So this gives us... Do that one. That. I wonder if people do take up the whole lot. I mean, I don't, you got to hustle, haven't you? I don't begrudge people doing it. Always seemed a bit sort of, I don't know, I guess some people just don't think of getting done, if you see what I mean. Using what I can't remember what it's called, like Art Station or whatever, and Fiverr and all that sort of stuff. So it pays to advertise, I guess, but I don't know. You think if that was something you wanted, you'd go and hunt it down, really. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to what? 4, I guess. No. It's actually one of the Factorio... Oh. Have I run out of that as well? Factorio Devs follows me on Twitter and stuff, and seems to watch some of the videos. And he kind of corrected me on a stupid mistake I'd made on one of the speculations ones, where to do with because some entities don't have particular types of icons and stuff like that because of if they're equipment, they don't have the same set of sort of icons basically. And I'd interpreted it to mean we were getting like level 2 roboports, like backpacks and stuff, and it just meant it doesn't have an icon in the game, and it doesn't at the moment. So yeah, I do get a bit carried away with them, but it is quite fun. Right. So presumably there's going to be a train somewhere here, so we can grenade a bit. But we're kind of running out of stuff. Let's go and see where this train station would go, because I think I could lay down some of the actual station, even if I can't build of it. So if we follow the cliff... Where are they? Like that. So we probably need a... Can I do a half one? I could do a half one maybe. Maybe. Take it down there. And that will pop on the end, I think. Don't know where the power bar is. Okay. Yeah, I was saying that I think we might be being padded a bit by the effects. They seem a bit sort of light, shall we say. Which I suspect is a lot more to do with Christmas than any kind of issue or problem or stuff. But I also wonder a bit on how they're getting on with the artwork, because I was a bit surprised when we saw still placeholder artwork for the the space hub thing. Because you'd think if anything was finished, that would be finished, because that's pretty core to what we're doing. So you'd think that would be one of the first things they did, finish. But I guess it could have gone through lots of revisions and stuff, couldn't it? They could have done, this could be version 20 or what have you. We know the grabber arm seemed to go through loads and loads of concept art, so that's on backwards, isn't it? We don't want the loading things there. Hello, Baker Magician, how are you doing? Welcome back. If I put that there and flip it over. Right. Then we want loaders. Still lacking new content from the Friday Facts. I keep telling myself that they're just not ready yet, but I'm anxiously waiting. Yeah, as I say, I think, was it you that said that they've probably gone a bit too early with it. And I certainly think they may be... I think the pacing of the... Here's some new stuff here, it's all new stuff, Well, no, it isn't, is it? Some of it's changes or improvements rather than new stuff as such. But some of the, expansion stuff, they kind of crammed it all in at the beginning, and then it's feeling now like it's a bit like sort of, well, tell me something new, tell me something else. But I say, it's Christmas and New Year, and if anyone deserves a bit of holiday, I think it's the Factorio devs. Why have you not picked... Oh, because I haven't marked them for deconstruction. But yeah, hopefully either next week or... Wait, would that be the best one to use? We're only getting... Yeah, let's just stick that one. But I think maybe, or maybe in February or something we'll get some properly big news. Because it is feeling a little bit light. We've run out of inserters. Run out of everything. Let's just stick a stack on. Right. Give us that back. Oh. Yeah, they might drop the gun a bit, but it's okay. Art takes time. Rather they make it good. I was just so excited when they revealed Volcanus. Yeah, as I keep saying, we don't know what tungsten. We don't actually know what tungsten is for. I think they have said to somebody on Reddit that it is for the mining drill. But we've got this new resource revealed, and it's like, well, what do you do with it then? Don't know. I suppose it's alright. I mean, I'm also a bit cautious of... I want there to be stuff to discover in the game. I don't want to know absolutely everything. And they've been pretty good at that. I mean, like Spidertron was a big surprise. Well, I guess it wasn't a surprise because they had sort of, teased it or however you want to phrase it. But But yeah, it was a big sort of ta-da, Spidertron, you know. And then we all had to work out what it was for and what it did and all that sort of stuff. So load 2, I guess. Cool. I think we're at the point where I just can't do anymore. I can connect this up, I guess, and completely destroy. Oh, it's not connected. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be because I didn't put them on. So let's pop in the car. We'll connect the car up there. It'll mine a little bit of coal, I guess. I'm too hyped for the expansion patch, but I really want to know about new biters, monsters, and more about the last planet. Yeah. Again, I mean, you know, it's another one I keep mentioning, isn't it? That, you know, we've had one teaser image of concept art. You know, we don't actually know if that's really going to get into the game and what it might look like in game. And then there's been a few hints dropped about, you know, something will be angry on Volcanus and stuff like that, and yet we don't know what. You know, we don't know. We do know that some of the combat stuff is locked to other planets, which we tend to tie up with. There's going to be new enemies on those planets. But yeah, we know very, very little about the expansion, which I say is not necessarily a bad thing as such, but I do maybe wish they hadn't given us so much so soon. Just sort of gone quiet. Oh, that stuff. Also, while I'm very excited about new enemies, I liked your commentary on them as a mechanic. A lot of hardcore strategy games, so I enjoy them. Argent is my current run. Biters at 3 times and 3 times quantity. Wow. I have to confess, although I rarely play without biters. I mean, even here I've got biters on. They're just, you know, muted because they're on passive. I've never really done like a death world and stuff. I don't enjoy the combat enough, I think, to really ramp up, you know, the combat side of it in that way. I should give it a go. Maybe that's what I should do instead of, you know, space expansions and give a death world a go. I like that too. Oops. I don't want to know everything. I know they keep a couple of things secret. I bet the last planet, all things after it, might be kept up more vague. Oh, I hope so. I hope that's definitely the only problem with that, I guess, and it's not really a problem, is that, you know, as soon as you get the science tree, unless there's a new mechanic where you can't see the science tree until you get to a planet, but then there has to be, if you think about it, because they've said where you go matters for how you play the game. You know, it shapes your playthrough, so you've got to know what's on the planet in order to make that decision, really. So I don't see how they could hide it, but I do think, you know, it would be nice to the last planet is a complete mystery until you get there, you know, for the first time. But I guess it's that thing of, you know, you can only play a game the first time once, isn't it? So you sort of lose the sense of discovery if you can just scroll through the tech tree and see what everything is. The bidirectional train setup got me really interested when seeing their screenshots, but I can barely make myself play the current game because I just think about the new features it's lacking. Yeah, there are some bits that yeah, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. I think there's some bits that are just going to be so game changing, especially, you know, for more experienced players, where you know the sort of shortcuts and things already at the moment, and just having, you know, some of these little tweaks, it's just going to be enormous. But big time. Oops. I think it goes that they should really keep some things secret. Because they kind of ruin some things sometimes. Yeah. I suppose one of almost the problem, as it were, as well, is that you're going to have to avoid spoilers, like properly, because, you know, I'm sure a lot of big streamers, I mean, that's something I'll do, I'll play it through. Well, this schedule means I'm not, you know, I'll play it that much, but I'm sure Nilhouse will be, you know, finished with the game before I'm even, you know, off the first planet sort of thing, so you're going to have to kind of actively avoid spoilers, I think. Right, so let's get a load of stuff. Oops. Probably I won't be able to read Pride Effects, so they read everything. Oh well. Exactly. Super force build and removal of landfill is a big issue. Oh yeah, super force build. It's just a lot of these are, and I say this is one of the things. It's like one of the themes that has been enjoyable to watch of, you know, what they're doing. Is just quality of life for later game. You know, making things where, because super force, you know, super force is going to be useful all throughout, but it's that point where you're stamping down in gigantic solar blueprints and you want to go out onto the lake and, you know, stick in your nuclear, you know, your endless nuclear power plants or whatever you're doing, and you could just, you know, super force build, and you don't have to bother having a, because setting landfill up in a blueprint is an absolute pain in the bum. And you don't have to bother. You just, you know, hold down whatever the buttons are. I can't remember. And it'll do it for you. Oops. A bit of power over. So yeah. Right. So we need to. Whoops. We need to ramp that right up. Then I also need to go and check. Why did that not work? What did I increase instead? I increased that by accident. Okay. So we actually need more yellow than I was thinking. I'd like to reveal the Pride Effects on Steam to see the like and comment ratios. Besides the initial reveal, 17,000 likes, the next most liked Pride Effects were the rail updates. Elevated rail and bot improvement, yeah. Makes sense. People already know about these things. You can easily imagine how where's that not scrolling properly? How they'll improve. Yeah, I mean, it did seem to. I think you can also see. I don't know if you follow Exterminator at all. I know you commented on a few things, but you can see in his videos as well the number of likes it's got, and well, the number of views it's got basically, as to what's popular. It is a little surprising sometimes, I must say. As you say, the rail thing seems to be massive, and I'll be totally frank. If it hadn't been in the expansion, it wouldn't be something I'd miss. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of, I don't know. I mean, I'm hugely looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong. But if we hadn't got that, I don't think I'd care. It's not, you know, it's not something I would say was, you know, the most crucial thing that could possibly be put in the game. Even though, say, it's going to be great, but I think if it hadn't been there, it wouldn't really affect anything. Right, I'm also going to put a radar here, because we need one. How much missing rail is there? There is. I can't do it properly, but in that bit, it's 400. So if we say that needs 800, 1200, 16, 2000 rail maybe. Because we need to we'll put this one in hopefully by the end of the stream. Fingers crossed. Did this, I mean, it must have powered up as the rail is going. Yeah, we got all that there. Right, how are we doing on bits and all pieces? Let's get rid of them. I guess I should probably bump that up, shouldn't I? Okay. How many miners have I got? Not enough. What have we got? 164 on the way. I like the philosophy that they want to iron out as many quality of life features as they can. That way you can just focus on the new content more wholeheartedly. I'm a bit worried that all the changes will be overwhelming, but most are small minor bot improvements, more flexible rails, remote work changes, etc. Sales tile changes up front with 2.0. Quality of life, ride effects had the most comments, I think. It was most... oh, the quality one, yeah, it was most controversial, and there was also a lot of discussion mechanically, even with that little review. Why does it keep pausing the chat? Yes, I could see, you know, I can see why people were bothered about, you know, were unhappy or whatever you want to phrase it. I just realised I've probably got no rail because there's no steel. So there's probably very, very little rail, in fact. He says, looking at 500 rail. Why are you not bringing me that then? On the way 600. I bet there's just a bot assigned to it. A crawler bot assigned to it. There's no in there. Oh, it's come to... Okay. The crawler bots seem to have a massive inventory, like absolutely bonkers, but they're so slow. Yeah, I mean, I was saying before. Whoops. Before. I kind of get. I mean, I hated the naming thing. I just do not get on with the whole. I mean, uncommon is not a description of quality. You know, it's a description of prevalence of rarity. And my Factorio brain can't cope with that sort of imprecision. Imprecision. So yeah, so that I hated, but I just, you know, just going to call them quality 1, quality 2, I think. So that's fine. What am I waiting for? I guess as much rail as we can. I wonder if I could force this. How much has it actually got in it? Yeah, let's get it to do a forced travel. I love watching people play Factorio. The outputs are really that complicated. Aren't really that complicated or creative. Achieve 250 sats per minute, launch a rocket, build 113 per second, etc. The other part is of the game is how much flexibility people achieve. It allows people to do it in their way. Aside from biters, they can take the time in finding out their method and rituals. Yeah, precisely. Yeah, it's why I think this game kind of just, you know, is as good as it is. There are lots of options for doing things. You know, you take that most recent one with Coverix apparently still doing the whole filter inserter thing on rail, and it's like, well, you know, do what you want. You know, it doesn't matter that a lot of things that have changed mean that that's probably unnecessary. You know, do it how you feel. You know. Yeah, we are just completely out of rail, aren't we? Let's see what we can build with what we've got. Yes. And we ended up with 140 miners. I think what I'll do is I'll pull some of this up. Because what's the point in having all this production capacity? Certainly in the middle as well, because this bit here is your infinite. So we don't really need kind of this middle section because it's not going to achieve anything. And if we've not got this, you know, not got many miners, kind of don't need the volume production, and we can always add it in later. So it's a bit more there that's on the infinite. Leaving it on. Maybe a couple more here. How are we doing? Oh look, I'm getting blue circuits. Oh. Oh, look, that's sat there with plastic. And that's nearly full. So yeah, small boost has helped. I've seen dozens of players, new and old, and no two playthroughs are remotely similar. They must be remotely similar. Everyone launches a rocket, I guess. Or, well, no, people don't, do they? I was reading one the other day where someone was like, on Reddit, I've got 1,000 hours. No, it wasn't 1,000. I can't remember what it was. 500 hours, I think. And I've never launched a rocket. So I think I've made less than 100 purple inserters in my lifetime. So I was pretty happy about the inserter filter change. Oops. It's also more in line with the splitter filter function, which just isn't that common and needed vanilla. No, I mean I use them a fair bit, but no, I think it's one of those ones where the change they've made, it's literally as you've just said, where it's like, well, why didn't they do that? You know, when they did, as you say, filtering for splitters, because it makes a lot more sense for it just to be an inbuilt functionality. And is it an extra? I can't remember. Is it extra green circuit or no? Yeah, extra green circuit and 5 extra ones there. So they need extra circuits to do filtering, but these just don't. They just automatically do it. Where are we going? On this one. So yeah, it's sort of a type of thing where you're like, oh, you know, why didn't they do that in the first place? But it's the hindsight thing, isn't it? Of well, you know, just didn't go adhere to them, or like they said in the thing, that they try to avoid changing stuff too much, even though they're radically, completely changing the game. They've not really fessed up to that, I gotta say. Because when they first announced the expansion, talking about it, they were like, I will literally, you know, roll on from the main game. You know, you won't need to start a new factory and all that. And I think they've built it so that you can roll on, but they've changed so much, it just doesn't make sense. You know, if they're hiding things behind different planets, I was saying this the other week. If you have, you know, if artillery is hidden behind another planet, it's like, well, why go there? Because if you've done vanilla and then turned on the expansion, it's either going to take artillery off of you, which is probably a bit unfair if you're at a stage where you need artillery, or that planet's benefit is rendered redundant. So why go there? One small thing I appreciate about the new stack inserters is they have 16 items. There's a much more clean division than 12. It halved. Yeah, it's one of those super divisible numbers, isn't it? 16. Somebody pointed out, I don't. You forgive me, I'm terrible with names, so it might be new. But what happens with quality for stacking? So if you've got a belt and it's got, you know, a level 1 quality item on it, because you've got, you know, a few random quality modules in just to try and get, you know, a few quality items, do they stack? Does it grab that one quality thing and then just sits there waiting, you know, for hours to grab another one? The UI. I didn't think about stack quality. No, I didn't. I say that was somebody's comment on the thing. It's like, but what happens with stacked quality? Because you know, it possibly makes sense to have a few random, say, like have one quality module in a, you know, your iron, all of your iron production or all of your green circuit production. Oh, I finished that research. You know, just to get the odd bit, and then you can filter it out and use it for, you know, making your power armor or whatever. But if you do that, you're going to block up any bulk stack inserters you can use. New stack. So yeah, I got that misaligned, didn't I? That's annoying. That's annoying. Dang. Okay. Dang. Loki might have need a seizure warning Factorio, especially with the lightning fast green bars. So I mean, another comment that someone on the video commented as well, and I don't know if this was just how I recorded it, or you know, the what do you call it, the frame rate that I exported the video out at, but it does the pause thing, you know, and like I don't think it moved backwards, but I could tell. But it does that thing where it doesn't actually look like it's moving. It just like stutters in you know, in my recording, and it's actually gonna. I think it's gonna be a significant problem for YouTube and Twitch. You know, when you stream it and stuff like that, because green belts for the player are going to be fine, I think, because of how they've done it. But am I going to have enough rail? It's close, isn't it? You know, for the player, it's going to be fine, but anyone watching, I think you could easily be sat there going, are those belts moving, or are they moving, you know? I suppose with the arrows you'd be able to tell, but yeah, it's going to be a little tricky, I think, to work out what's actually going on. I think I'm going to be slightly short here. I am, aren't I? That's annoying. Yeah. Bum. What do I do then? So maybe if I grab, because we need this bit as well. I want the coal to be flowing basically. So if I just sort of steal, because we know this is redundant. This one at the end, because we haven't even got the catalyst. That's going to cause happen because of the 60 frames per second. Yeah. Sort of change of slightly varying the item colour help greatly. Might also make the belts go 60.01 items per second. Slightly offset it from the standard 60. Yeah, maybe. How many is that? 45. Hopefully that's enough, because we need to do this bit as well. We've got left 40. Wow, literally 11 pieces left. Oops. Right, so let us see if we can't. Oh, we've got solid fuel now. Excellent. Right, what do you need to do? You need to go. Something I'd quite like for them to add is to do like drag and drop. So you find the station and you sort of can drag and drop it, or you know, I could click you know, like that, because you can obviously do it like that, add it on like that, but it'd be nice to just sort of, oh, I want to go there, you know, from the interface. I don't know how you do it because it drags the map, so I think you wouldn't want to lose that function, I guess, but it'd be nice to just sort of drag them on. Right, so cargo. The make combinators now have a written description function. I feel like that more than anything might get me to start using them. I do not use them at all. I think you hit the nail on the head in the last Friday Facts coverage there. I could use combinators to get all tricky and precise, or I could just make more and let things naturally bottleneck. Yeah, that tends to be my default solution is okay more than, which I mean, it isn't quite. You know, I do some twiddly things with combinators and stuff, but I don't generally. You know, it's like I think. I mean, you notice like on all my blueprints. You know, a lot of players they do the whole. All of your wires have got red and green on. You know, in your rail blueprint. And I kind of realised a while ago that I was never going to do anything that fancy, particularly because you know, I do logic on stations usually where you can wire them up and you can see how much it's got in it. Is it a train's worth? So I do use it that logic stuff, but I'm more than happy to just turn the station off and control it that way than do the whole sending signals back and forth to your main base. I put all of my inserters in the car, didn't I? Because I'm a grade A idiot. Inserters with basic circuit conditions have been... Yeah, you used them all up, bots. Why have you done that? Oh, I'm out of yellow belt as well. I've used to use them in the inserters. Not inserters, splitters. Right. So we need 50 odd bits of belt. Okay. Let's grab all of these anyway. I was hoping I could leave it to do, you know, the thing, but clearly not. There's a bit of mist there, isn't there? Yeah. Stacking of the drills is going to be awesome as well. That's pretty cool. I've done that completely wrong. I wonder if it stacks from normal drills as well, or just the big boy. I was wondering if there was some, well, not stacking itself, but because when they first showed the, you know, the big mining drill, it was basically filling a yellow belt on its own, which was kind of nuts. So it makes sense they'd add something that, you know, would allow you to boost the capacity like very, very easily, just an automatic one. On non-new related things, my oil trains now have the basic inventory, full inventory empty condition, but I also had the, or add 30 seconds, 300 seconds have passed. Sometimes my hollow out and they'd have to stack a stack of trains waiting at the belt, so having some time channel conditions will still keep some throughput. Yeah, I mean I do that as well. The don't know if I've got one I can refer to, but I know this one's on timers. The sulfur. We've got time passed as well. It's a useful feature to be able to, you know, stack up multiple, conditions on the thing. I tend to do with outpost trains in particular. That's where I will use the logic. So I, you know, sum what's in the box, and only set the stack size to be what's actually available. So you can't actually send a train there. Can't have a train go there unless you've got, you know, Oh, I didn't grab any splitters, did I? Unless you've got enough stuff to do it, sort of thing. To fill it, basically. Why have I not got... Oh, it put them all on there, didn't it? No. Did I just not pick any up, or has it just used them all up? That's incredibly annoying. Okay. Right, let's pop on the train again then. Is that a burger? It looks like one, doesn't it? It's a puffer fish. There's a whole system in this. This is, you know, all of Angel's mods. This one here, it does look exactly like a burger, doesn't it? But it's a gaseous puffer egg. But there's a whole like farming thing in it. There's like these things here, or these weird trees, give you all sorts of strange resources. I mean, that one's just a type of swamp tree, you see. But there's these things. Is this it? Yeah, is that one? Puffer nest. So that gives you puffers. And there is a whole agricultural, you know, farming thing. But I find most of those a bit annoying. And this one didn't seem to be any better. Right, so let's give this another go. Can't go to load. Why not? Load path. Is it not past the junction? There we go. So what are the stack changes? If all stack sizes will be adjusted to be base 8, similar to Minecraft. It would be weird to get used to, but once you do, numbers are much cleaner. I don't think so. I think they will keep those as 100. I've been... Yeah. It is interesting that there is a so belts are on a you know, they're base 15 basically, aren't they, effectively? So it's, you know, 15, 30, 45, 60. And then you've got your, you know, your stack inserters is, as you say, sort of base 4 and or base 8, and they're mismatched. So a belt can't actually deliver 16 a yellow belt, sorry, can't actually deliver 16 items to a bulk inserter. But of course you've got swing times and stuff like that, so you know, it would work differently anyway. But yeah, it's sort of interesting that we're getting a sort of a mismatch between different sizes of things. Because you always had to, you know, do the thing with these of, you know, resetting this stack size. That's only on 5. Have I not done a stack bonus then? Yeah. I guess it adds more of an interesting challenge, doesn't it, if there's mismatched capacities. It turns out putting on perpendicular splitters looks so bizarre. I don't know why they didn't remove that. It always seemed a bit like a cheat to me. Let's head back. And it's also weird because you can put, when you're outputting on inserters or picking up from inserter stuff, they work certain ways around but not others. Very strange sort of decisions sometimes. But yeah, the way it dumps on it in the middle basically is particularly weird. But which way around? Because I always mess it up. And when you do one way rather than the other. So it's like... I can't remember. One of those works, but one of them doesn't it? Is that right? Or it's that one, isn't it? That one won't pick up, I think. Because it needs to do it off a proper belt. Let's test that out. I can never remember. There is a weirdness. So if that was... Just grab that for a second. Right, will it grab that? Yeah, it grabs that. But not the other way around, is it? I can't remember. Oh no, it grabs there. I can't remember. There's some strange that I've run afoul of, and I can never remember what it is, which is why I keep running afoul of it. Where it won't pick up if it's on one side, but it will on the other, or something. Right, so that's a train doing some coal to my other trains. I guess since we have basically 0 steel, I wonder if how much is it? So it's not made very many of them either, is it? Oh, at least we're not browning out though. Okay. Okay. What was I going to do? I'm actually thinking maybe I should pull that up. We've got a lot of accumulators in it then. Because a lot of it's not connected, is it? Because of course we've not got substations. So logic is something as Factorio, so I just have to accept output far side and clockwise priority, input near side. What was I going to check? Because we've only got 10 minutes left. So I've not got enough rail. I mean, I could just belt it over, couldn't I, just to get it sort of running. Because we've got them two. Well, there's obviously a better patch there than that, but that's nice and close. But I'm not going to do that on stream. We've got 5 minutes left. So, how about... Well, first off, let's put these inserters on, because apparently they weren't there. Oh. How about we hook the belts up? So these are the outputs, aren't they? Yeah. And I bet I've got them exactly the wrong way around for what we need to do. Oh, that's not going to matter, is it? Because I'll put them in any order. Yeah. That'll work. Okay. Let's see. There. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Oh, I probably want to jump it over on this side. Which would it be? If that's 2 gaps, so that one should actually be the top one. So this should be the bottom one. But don't complain at me, bots. You're the ones going off doing jobs that don't need doing. That's the output. Right. So, economy-wise, we're probably better off undergrounding that one. Oops. No, did it wrong again. Like that. So, actually that one goes over there. Nice. In hindsight, I think quality's most confusing nature is in modules. On a radar, it's just it scans faster. Certas just swing faster. Easy to understand. With modules having 3 levels, it's like, holy, the quantization is breaking my brain. I don't know. Yeah. Quality is an interesting addition, I think, when you really think about it, because I suppose it is just yet another tool for us to use as we want to. It feels a lot more like perhaps mega basing is where it really matters. But I don't know that, well, how to phrase it. I'm not sure that the real use for it for most people is going to be more to do with, you know, I want a quality level for, you know, power armor, and I want 2 quality level for Spidertrons, and that's it, you know. I can't really see. Then I guess one of the holes in it, as it were, in terms of what we know about it, is what it does for science, because it doesn't seem to do anything for science that I could tell. You know, does it make better science packs? What would that mean? Because it doesn't feel like producing anything other than, you know, minor quantities of things would be particularly any useful. Actually, that one goes on the end here, doesn't it? That's right. You know, I can't remember if they said if there was a, you know, a level 2 lab, as it were. I'm getting confused. So this one was the chromium, that stuff. So that needs to, oops, that one needs to go there. It's actually a bit like my aesthetic builds with the gigantic weird belt alignment, and then me realising it's one tile over and moving it. So that's not going to be what needs to go in there, is it? Because that needs stereotyte. And I'll put that in. Because that would have been ideal. There. So let's swap them over. So we do Control X on that. Control X on that. And then Control V on that. Control V on that. And that gets me what? The opportunity to call that. And call that. Where did that live? Wasn't it? Intelligent, no? No? There. That. So is this Gibbelite? No, that's the chromium. Crotinnium. Chromomonium. Okay. So that then is going straight down there. To that one. What does this need? This needs sapphirite and stereotyte. Was this sapphirite? Yeah. It's weird that these are just like literally the raw ores. Sort of. That's breaking my brain. In my spreadsheet we used to have 9 modules, 3 types times 3 levels. Now 4 types times 3 levels, that's 5 qualities. 60 modules, please advise. Yeah. So it does just feel like a sort of a you know, the idea is just to make a little build and just while you're messing about on other planets, as it were, it builds some modules for you, you know, some bits for you, and you come back and you go, has it managed to, you know, build me a Spidertron? Has it managed to build me a... Oh, I hooked up to the wrong thing in time. You know, it's not really intent. It almost, say, if you're building some mega base, then sure, but the average usage, it feels a bit more like sort of something you can mess about with if you want. It's like almost like a different end goal, if you see what I mean. It's sort of a, I don't know how to explain it. I don't think it's in a sense deliberate motivation, but I did wonder if they were thinking, you know, of kind of introducing different types of mega, but you know, like almost steering the community to do a, well, I'm going to build a quality mega base, you know, as in one that does ridiculous numbers of, you know, a particular type of item or what have you. I'm getting a bit confused with these alignments. So that one is going down. So yes, so this one needs to be this one here. There we go. So we're getting into my quality aesthetic series territory. Did they specify if labs have quality boost? They did not, in fact, specify if labs get boost quality. I bet they do, but they're doing something interesting with lab science and don't want to reveal it yet. I do think that feature is great that you can guarantee a quality level of all the intermediate parts of that quality level. Don't know if rated quality items would be the goal so much as fully legendary base or some such. Yeah. I say it does feel like they're trying to give, you know, a lot more options and a lot more different things, and you know, I don't know if, you know, almost speed running as well, of like, you know, the trouble with the speed running on that one is it's RNG. I don't know how you do, you know, it comes back, it makes it more one of those luck-based speedrun things rather than, you know, because it's very deterministic Factorio at the moment. I think literally these, aren't these the, not gonna, literally the only RNG in the game are these rocks or something, where it gives you, you know, expected resources, but you might get more or less. Right. Was this one missing? That was missing. We did get these trains, so we can pop this one in. Get it filled up with coal. How are we doing on? Oh, it's 6:05. Okay. So, that's it for this week. We're almost there. I haven't actually, the whole point of this stream was mining some Crotinnium, but it turned out Crotinnium doesn't, I thought it would have some special requirement, because it's a later game bit. I thought it'd be like, you need to use hydrofluoric acid or something to mine it, but you don't. Whoops. What you do by accident is press your spacebar and blow up your train. So, we didn't actually mine any, but with that close, what I need to decide is, am I just going to plough on with this, or are we going to try and fix steel? Because yeah, it's just not pumping out enough of this stuff, and you know, part of that is the fact that sulphur's so backed up. We can't use sulphur because we would need. Oh look, there is plastics, obviously. Oh wow, there's actual plastic in actual boxes at the actual station. Look at that. It might also have made like the next level up of machines, and I could maybe upgrade all of this a bit more, because we are still missing some higher ones. I'll see if I can do some of that in the intermediate, but that's just not going to happen, basically. Right, so schedule. yeah, the decision for next time is whether I go for... just save that. Whether I try and boost steel up. I could just try and plumb some extra resources in, because that will fill the hole. I agree with you that it's nice that quality is a different axiom to build towards. I think I mentioned before. Now we have infrastructure, defense, science, and modules. Excuse me. Quality is a whole new build type with its own variants. Yeah, they're going to be very different builds, I think. What works best for quality is not likely to work best for anything else, really. Yes, so this is the schedule for kind of now until eternity. The hope is that at some point, when the job all sorts itself out, I will be able to do more streams, go back to doing, well, I won't do Friday because that's now Factorio Friday Facts Day, but go back to doing Monday as a stream day will be the long-term hope. But for now, we will continuing on with Angels and fighting the Dark Frogs on in Dyson Sphere program. It's proving, I can see why there's a lot of videos basically going max difficulty and streams going max difficulty on Dark Frog. It's quite easy in my experience of playing it. There's very little threat from it, and even I think they've been a bit cautious or too cautious with it, is my opinion. I'll chat about it tomorrow, but I think they've kind of seen the feedback of, you know, I don't want my base being destroyed and all that sort of stuff, and kind of gone too far into the... I mean, obviously there's a bit of it missing. It's only half the combat, but they've gone a bit far into being too generous to you. It's too, you know, weapons are too effective, and you know, the signal towers and all this sort of stuff just seems to make it almost trivial. But I say there is half of it missing, and they've plenty of opportunity to balance it. But I say I think they've been a bit generous on it. The genius was that speed modules were in quality. No more 12-time beacon setups. Yes, there's been a lot of people calling, isn't there, for the SpaceX style beacons, where it would make sense for a level 2 beacon that you can put it on and it's way more effective, but you can only put one of them on, sort of thing. So that might be an interesting twist. Yes, so tomorrow, Dyson Sphere program, normal time. Next week, all the same. It should be running. I will eventually be going to WASD, the gaming conference in London, but I think that's all the way over in end of April because of Easter this year, and because I think my birthday runs into it. You know, it's like WASD and then my birthday, so it's very late this year because of Easter, and I think that's literally the only thing that would stop the streams until that point. So we should just be ploughing on with Angels till we get it finished, and Dyson Sphere program I'm sure will run till the summer. The other thing to promote that I always plug, give my thing, is the YouTube series, basically the Friday Facts. Obviously the read-throughs, I really enjoyed doing them, getting a lot of positive feedback on them, and you know, people seem to enjoy them, comment on them. So if that's something that interests you, then you can pick those up there as well. And then obviously the VODs go on there as well. There's loads of series that I've done. Factorio playthroughs of modded, and it's like my No Spoon run, as well as several Dyson Sphere program playthroughs, loads of random Let's Tries. Tectonica was the most recent one. Nobody seems to give it give a monkeys about that. Satisfactory's on there as well, which I ran out of patience with. So loads and loads of VODs if you wanted to just catch up with those and have me on in the background. And of course, I say, big archive of Friday Facts and Factorio generally. So that's all the promo stuff. All very boring. If you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.